What's up, guys? This is NotBitter here once again, and welcome to, well, I suppose this episode would be the closest equivalent to Only Use Me Blades Sunday Chill Let's Play, because I am incredibly sore and therefore incredibly lazy today. So I'm bumping today's ARC episode to tomorrow and doing what should have been yesterday's Let's Play today, because I figure I actually have something interesting to talk about. But we'll get to that in a minute. So today we're going to be playing Strike Suit Zero. And Strike Suit Zero was actually one of the first games I picked up when I bought, not bought, but rather picked up Steam, or signed up for Steam. And if you do have a Steam account, you probably are like me, and you have one or two, or in some cases, hundreds, of games that you really haven't finished. Some you haven't even started. And this is one of those games. I started playing it, and it is a lot of fun, don't get me wrong. But the problem is that more games came out during that time that were just more fun to play, and I just kind of forgot about it. So yeah, I decided to come back and play this for you guys, and it seems pretty good because it seems to be a pretty chill game that I can play and talk to you guys about. It's a little hard finishing off this mission for you guys, I'm not gonna lie, because talking and playing is still relatively hard for me because I get focused on doing such good commentary and, well, attempting to do good commentary and not fumble with my words, which I know I do. But when I focus on that, I just get completely destroyed by everything here. But enough about me. Let's talk a little bit about the game. If I had to compare it to anything, it's, you know, your basic flying game. You have your standard, little fighter planes that you can get into little dogfights with, and then you have your stationary. I guess this would be, comparatively to ground objectives, but in this game, they're just, little stationary space objectives. Eventually you're gonna have like sort of boss ships that will appear, and you have to systematically take those down by firing, taking down their turrets and things. So, oh, here we go. Alright, so I got a team on taking out these supplies, but there's a lot of damage happening around here, so I might have to take out some of these fighter crafts. So let's switch to different armaments, and let's go into battle. So yeah, we got to take out some we got to engage in some dogfighting right now. Let's see here, interceptor, that's what I want. Brilliant. Let's get out here and gain some shield back. Yeah, so I recommend this game to anyone who just is looking for a game to casually play and have fun with. It's a game to easily play and easily pick up again, so you can drop it and come back to it just as much as I have. So let's talk about why I'm so broken and why I'm so lazy today. So yesterday I went to go play paintball at Wasaga Paintball for the Civil Uprising event, rather, I should say. Oh boy. First time I've ever been to a game this large. There were reportedly over 2,000 people there. It's absolutely incredible. And there were actually some noticeable paintball personalities there. If you watch them on YouTube, there's The Wolf and from Wolf's Den, and members of Vice were there, including Alabaster Slim and Too Tall. So I loved watching Alabaster Slim's videos back when he did CQB all the time. Now that it's closed, he does like various other fields, and those are still pretty awesome as well. He's the main reason why I picked up MagFed. Well, that, and plus I hated the idea of a hopper when I first saw paintball. Still love the idea of a game, but before I discovered MagFed, I really favored Airsoft, just because I like the idea of their guns. But, alright, there are so many planes right now. That's so much damage I'm taking right now. We gotta thin out the herd, so to speak. Get out. Good. So, yeah, some notable paintball personalities. And aside from a few hiccups at the beginning of the day with my gun, I had to swap out some O-rings. But luckily, Millisig were there on site. And the great thing about it, if you're thinking about getting to MagFed and you want to get a Millisig for your first paintball gun, or any type of paintball gun, know that the Millisig customer support is incredible. They helped answer any of my questions and assisted me with any of my concerns, and actually did all the replacement part, replacing on site, and I was able to get back into the game with honestly not that much time lost. So thank you, Millisig, and thank you, Widowmaker, who were there. Now, onto the game. The game actually had some pretty interesting mechanics to it. You had missions that you had to complete to gain points, as well as these artifacts you had to sort of find throughout the day, and the more you found, the more points you could gain for your team. So that was one thing. Also, you got like the points for I think you got points for people you eliminated. I'm not sure. I might be confusing that through from Hamilton Paintball. So yeah, the paintball game was tons of fun. I played on blue team, and we thoroughly smashed the red team. The final score was 2,500 to 7,000. So just a little bit unnecessary. So oh god, let's see. It's hard to do good commentary and play games at the same time. I'm just really noticing that. I have the utmost respect for good YouTubers and popular YouTubers, because this is really hard, especially when you play action-intense game like this where you have to focus and prepare for things. But yeah, let's try and talk about the game while I can before I die, because I'm probably going to die again. And at this point, I really don't care. I just really want to get something out for you guys. And at least at this point, I think it's still going to be entertaining. But I digress and so forth. The paintball game. So one of the interesting things that they had there, they actually had sort of like a tank mechanic, which was they had these sort of Mad Max style-esque tanks that you could every hour or so deploy, and basically you would get like a squad of 3 or 4 people. Oh god, there we go. You would get a squad of 3 or 4 people to hop inside, and they can shoot out of the tank. So that was a really good way of sort of forcing the enemy team to fall back, or at least it was supposed to be. At least I think that was supposed to be. It didn't really work all that well, because we spent most of the game repeatedly in the enemy spawn, because we kept on pushing them back to their area. That's just how it was. Some other cool things that they had there, they kind of had sort of like a kill streak mechanic, where every hour on the hour you could use a few of these kill strikes. So one of them was a drone strike, so you could target an area somewhere and eliminate basically anyone there in a 10-mile or like a 10-foot radius or something like that. So the rest would come up to you and just basically say you've been drone strike, get out, which is kind of annoying, but you know, you got to do what you got to do. Ow, rude. Okay, that's an enemy ship. There we go. Go away. Good. Let's follow that ship. Another sort of kill strike they had there was, what was it called? Oh yeah, they had sniper kill streaks, which were, so basically you could like target up to like 4 people, no matter what, if they were behind cover or whatnot. You just say, those guys in that bunker, dead. So that was kind of, it's kind of frustrating at the same time. I can see why they had something like that in place to sort of balance the game. At Soldiers of Fortune, whenever I play at the large games there, they have something similar, which is called the helicopter drop-in. So what it would be is that you'd have the ref that would come out, and the ref is towing like a cable of some sort, and that cable, anyone who wants to be part of the helicopter drop-in would hold on to the cable and hold on to it, and they could shoot off of it. But if you're on the helicopter, though, you cannot be shot at unless you let go of the rope, and then kind of like you tactically insert it, and then you're fair game essentially. So I think all these sort of things were meant to balance the game and force, you know, if we ever forced them far back into the spawn, they would be able to get out and push back on us. The problem was that the only way you could destroy a tank was with a rocket. And we had a rocket guy on our team. I think we had both the players with rockets on our team. So, I mean, when they used the tank, we just used the rocket on them, and they had to stop and take the tank. Oh, God. They had to take it back. Why? What just happened? What the hell was that? Jesus, did you see that? My health just got dropped all the way from, like, 3/4 to, like, nothing. Well done, fighter planes. Jeebus. Alright. Probably gonna die now, so let's get the rest of my thoughts over and done with. So yeah, those are the mechanics behind it. And, oh boy. Overall, as I said, I had tons of fun, but there were a few complaints I had with. Now, as I said before, because we spent all the time up in their spawn, you know, it didn't really provide a lot of spice to the game. Basically, they came out, we shot them, they would spawn back, and we shot them again. Another problem was that the field was so large, and we used barely half of it. So if you got shot out, you had to walk all the way back, which is a bitch of a walk, might I add, under that hot sun. So yeah, you got exhausted by the time you got back, and if you wanted to go back towards the action, go back and walk that 10-minute walk again. So, that was the main issue I had with it, because I'm so out of shape that just walking to and from the battling to where I had to reload paint, because again, a Magfit player can't carry as much paint as a speedball player, anyone with a hopper. So that was my one real complaint about it. And you know what, there were, like, having that many people there too was kind of hectic, so maybe I'm just not used to having that many people in a battle. So, maybe that's just something I gotta work with. But overall, it was tons of fun. So if any of you guys are thinking about picking up paintball, I fully recommend it. It is a fantastic sport, a great way to pass time with friends. And there are many different ways if you want to play like Magfit like I do. There are definitely some cheap avenues you can do. Start off with a pistol, start off with an MRX, for example, like I did, or even the Magfed the Millisig CQC. Great, all of them great Magfit markers. But thanks for listening to me ramble, guys. Thanks for listening to me talk about my time at Wasaga Paintball. Again, I thought it was a lot of fun. I guess I just really wish that the game wasn't so one-sided, and I really wish that we got to use more of the field, because like we actually had like a fortress. Blue team had like a decent size, like, sort of fortress area that would have been amazing to play at, and I really was hoping for like some sort of mission objective from them to come attack us, but alas, it was not to be. So I think I'm on the verge of dying, guys, so I don't want you guys to see my horrible death, so I'm just gonna fly away into the darkness and wait for tomorrow's look forward to tomorrow's ARCS episode, guys. So thanks for watching, and remember, guys, don't be bitter even if you're sore as hell. Cheers.